Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with the heat for the streets, man. It's AK Showtime. Look, uh, doing a doing this video to talk about the NBA, but specifically one player that I feel like don't get a lot of recognition. You know what I'm saying? And that's Gordon Hayward from the Utah Jazz. Uh, reason why I want to talk about Gordon Hayward because I seen the video NBA.com posted or whatever. Uh, I'm saying the joint through my Facebook page or whatever. And they posted a video of like him playing the Denver Nuggets. He's still playing right now. They in the fourth quarter. I think Utah leading in the game. I just turned to it. It's still on, but they was in a commercial. Kind of flipping between that and college football. But anyway, um, I want to talk about Gordon Hayward because I feel like for years, you know what I'm saying? For years, everybody talking about they wanted to find the next Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to find the next Jordan. You know what I'm saying? With Vince Carter, I drove retired. They tried to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, AI, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes. Those dudes. Them four dudes. You know what I'm saying? Even Grant Hill for a minute, they thought was gonna probably be the best player in the game. You know what I'm saying? Cause he had skills like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, before he got hurt. And I thought him and T Mac at least stayed together. Uh they stayed together and they was healthy, they'd have won championship. And they probably should have won championship in like 2002, but they lost to the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. And they was better than Boston to me. But I want to talk about going Hayward because in that same breath that they was talking about the next Jordan, they was trying to find the next Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? And by the next Larry Bird, what I mean is the next great American white star. I'm not talking about a white star from Europe like Dirk and like Manu Ginobili and like Steve Nash. Cause Steve Nash from fucking Canada. You know what I'm saying? To be technical and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about pale skinned white dudes from Europe and shit that play Euro ball and do the Euro step, nigga. I'm talking about uh great next great American white stars. You know what I'm saying? Try to do it with Adam Morris and shit ain't work. I thought JJ Redick could have been a star, but you know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? He spent most of his time in Orlando when they drafted him. In Orlando, he was a backup to Jameer Nelson, and then he got he got picked up by obviously the Clippers or whatever. Uh, who else? Motherfucking motherfucker Steve Blake, but he was never gonna be that dude. I mean, they tried. At least the Wizards tried, and I thought they should probably never let him go, but they was young at the time, and they ain't really have a lot of talent to accumulate. And then they started letting dudes go. They eventually made the playoffs when they started making some trades and stuff. Still made horrible draft decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Young and JaVale McGee, who I think are good players. They just ain't fit the Wizards system at the time. But Gordon Hayward, he a dude that I follow ever since he was a college at Butler. He made it to a national championship game, I think, in 2010. Came out 2000. I think came out the same year. I think came out 2011, 2010, 2011. And I could look it up, but I think it was 2011 because he made the national championship game. He came that close from winning. Came to the last shot. I think he had the ball in his hand and he missed. They lost to Duke, but ever since then, I was like, oh yeah, dude, nice. He was nice in college. And he nice in the pros. Ain't like he was Jimmy Fredette and shit. You know what I'm saying? A little scrawny, short ass white dude that balled in college because he was pretty much the only option. And then, you know what I'm saying, I got to the NBA, he couldn't even start the fucking point guard. Not even like Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott came out last year out of Creighton. You know what I'm saying? They thought he was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, something special. I mean, and he nice, but you know what I'm saying, in that Chicago rotation, he not gonna really get the playing time that he want. He a backup, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much a shooter. Yeah, he pretty much just a shooter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He a specialist on a playoff team, a potential playoff team. But going Heyward is a star in a small market on a potential playoff team that's probably gonna make the playoffs. Cause I think Utah got enough to make the playoffs this year. And a few years ago he got hurt. I think like he had some knee problems and shit, and they couldn't really make the playoffs with that and a bunch of other injuries.